UFC Houston has just wrapped up. Here is your full mount MMA recap. Tonight, the UFC announced that UFC 327 will take place on April 11th in Miami. Joshua Van will be defending the flyweight title against Tatsuro Taira. The UFC also announced Renato Moicano will be fighting Chris Duncan at UFC Vegas 115 on April 4th, and Joaquin Buckley is set to face Sean Brady at UFC Vegas 116 on April 25th.
How we doing, everyone? Octagon side, the fight to about to start. Main event, Sean Strickland taking on Fluffy Anthony Hernandez, who's on an 8-5 win streak. We're about to start. I better stop messing around with Instagram, but if you're sitting at home, you've got Paramount Plus, you know what to do. See you soon. It's going to be a great night.
To kick off the main card tonight, Michel Pereira defeated Zach Reese via split decision. The crowd immediately began booing once the result was announced. Many fans felt Pereira exaggerated fouls in order to buy himself time to recover. Henry Cejudo had it tied up going into the third round. Mayhem Miller said that was a great fight. Reese is unconventional. Aaron Bronsteter was surprised by the outcome. He thought rounds 1 and 2 were close, and the MMA guru thought Reese won. He wrote, "One of the lowest level fights I've seen in a while. Really sloppy stuff from both. Pereira faking fouls for a breather and is a complete shell of himself now. Cut him from the company."
Então foi tudo muito perfeito.
The emotions were obviously getting a win coming off of losses and putting on a show for people like I wanted to. It was a great fight. Again, coming off losses and then showing to people what I'm all about, putting on that war, and coming out of the win, everything was perfect. Well, there were 2 blows to my privates, and also, obviously, the poke in the eye, but you know what? I was focused. All we do is just go back right at it. I was really focused, and I was able to continue. It didn't influence the fight because I was just stepped right back into it. Oh, yeah, a guy that was, it was my training partner, somebody that was my sparring partner a lot at Extreme because we're talking about the same weight division, so we always went at it. Good for one side, bad for the other. I mean, he actually had to take this camp back and come here. But at one point, what about the dangers that he has. But I knew I was a stronger guy. I was better than him, but I knew he was a dangerous guy, and I had to get over that. In 2026, a year of focus, recover from injuries, get ready for next challenges, fight more, win more, build another history, build another story, and erase all those victories in the past and build something new. And let's build another story for us, another history.
Jacobe Smith defeated Josiah Harrell via KO in the first round. Many felt the stoppage came a bit late, as Harrell absorbed several unanswered shots before the referee intervened. After the fight, Smith called out Kevin Holland, who was in attendance. Dana White reacted saying #NowYouKnow. The MMA guru says the ref could have got in there 10 punches sooner. Terrence McKinney agrees. He said, man, I wish the ref was in there a little quicker. Nasty finish by Smith. And Aaron Bronsteter wrote that was devastating.
I'm feeling extremely blessed, extremely excited. No matter if I get that performance of the night, I'm going home with an extra $25,000. So, I mean, I'm happy as hell and ready to start training for another opponent right now. Yeah, absolutely. It meant a lot. First thing that went through my mind after it happened was, my daughter and my son was like, if you win the bonus, can we go to Disney World? So I'm like, I'm gonna win all this money, but I'm about to give it to Disney World. So if Disney World out there, you looking around, want to sponsor me a free trip, hook it up. It's just not going up too fast and just bum rushing and getting gifted early top 5 fights. I feel like he a little bit outside of the top 15. They got me around top 25. That'll be a steady, good pace to move at, and I feel like I haven't fought nobody with his length and style. So getting there and see what breaks when we hook up, and see if my wrestling and striking can hold up with his long grappling and striking as well. I really didn't want to wrestle, but when he body locked me, he was pretty strong. And to get out of that, I would have had to waste more energy than I wanted to. So I baited him into it. I inside tripped him, snaked that closest leg, got on top, got a couple shots in and ended it. I just felt the power. So he couldn't fight the power, and I get the bonus. I would like 2 or 3 more fights. after Kevin Holland, if that does happen, get somebody inside of the top 10 for sure, and then another one inside of that. I say early 2027, 1 or 2 fights putting me into fighting whoever the champ is at the time. And I mean, I'm focusing and busting my for that right now. So that's the plan.
Serghei Spivac defeated Ante Delija via unanimous decision. Spivac dedicated the fight to his father, who recently passed away. Many people in the MMA community were outraged over one of the judges scoring at 30-27 for Spivac. Terrence McKinney reacted saying them big boys threw down, and Mayhem Miller said this is the fight for the ugliest motherfucker interim title.
It was very hard year for me. I lost twice time. In 2025, I lost my father. In last fight, I got paused. I canceled this fight. And right now, it's very emotional to me to be here.
Melquizael Costa defeated Dan Ige via first-round TKO by spinning back kick to the face. With the win, Costa becomes the first fighter to ever finish Ige. Costa threw his cup into the crowd after the fight. Giga Chikadze called out Costa. He said, "This guy seems to have good kicks. Schedule it." Henry Cejudo says Costa is a star in the making. Dylan Dennis thought it was an early stoppage. Terrence McKinney says something off about Dan, but man, Costa with the shutout. What a dope spinning back kick to the face. And Caio Bahayo says no way Melquizael doesn't get a bonus today. Give 100K to this man. And I told you on my YouTube channel to bet on him by KO.
É inevitável.
Yeah, he said that, you know, towards the end of the camp, that he went through some difficulties, but the team is really united, and I didn't even really feel him going into the fight because of the, you know, the way our team is like a family. Yeah, it was something physical, nothing family related like that. It's just that, you know, I had 4 fights last year and I was cutting weight, and in the beginning of this weight cut this week, I was having some difficulties, but we you know, kept united as a team, worked through it, and I felt great tonight. Yeah, he said, you know, my coaches, they suffer every day because it's a lot of kicks to the head, a lot of kicks to the body. Not too many emotions went through my mind at the time. You know, my last fight, some people criticized me because I kicked there with a high kick, and I saw that he was out, but I didn't go and follow up with any shots. This one was 10 seconds left. I knew that as soon as I shot, I knew that it wasn't over, so I had to go out there and finish him. But not too much stuff. Emotions didn't go through my mind at the point. I was just focused on finishing the fight. Yeah, you know, I respect Diego Lopez a lot. I love Diego Lopez. I'm a fan of his. I love the way he fights. And the whole joke about it really is that our states are right next to each other. I'm from Pará, he's from the Amazons, and there we're known for the acai. And there's always like a little joke about which acai is better. So that's what I said, is that the acai from my state is much better, and let's go there. And also, basically, he took the fight with Dan Ige. Dan Ige took the fight on 4 hours notice and couldn't finish Dan Ige. So I went out there and said I was going to finish Dan Ige, and I did. But I have a lot of respect for Diego Lopez, and I knew that he's in hype right now. Everybody knows who he is, so I feel that that's the fight that would make the most sense for me.
In the co-main event, Uros Medic defeated Geoff Neal via knockout in the first round. It marks the second consecutive fight in which Neal has been stopped in brutal fashion. In his previous outing, he was knocked out by Carlos Prates with a spinning elbow. Medic is now on a 3-fight winning streak, with all of them coming by first-round finishes, and after the fight he called out Leon Edwards. Conor McGregor reacted saying this UFC card is fucking awesome. Mike Perry said, "Damn, that's crazy." Gilbert Burns reacted saying, "Wow." Alan Joban says that was hella impressive, and Henry Cejudo writes Uros Medic just gained a whole lot of fans.
I mean, still pumping with adrenaline, and I'm just happy to be able to get this opportunity. Sean is going off. Oh, okay, we're good. Yeah, I'm just really thankful for this opportunity. And oh my God, is he gonna finish him? Oh wow, he just got the finish. Congrats, Sean. That's crazy. I think he's gonna be next for the belt, huh? Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. It's been a crazy night. I just spoke to President on the phone. They brought me back. Dana was in the office. As soon as I walked in, he puts President on the phone, and Mr. President is like, hey, that was a hell of a fight. He's a tough cookie, and you just knocked him out. And I'm like, is this really happening? I couldn't believe it. Anyways, I love Mr. President and his first lady, his wife. She's from where I'm from, basically Slovenia, Serbia. It's almost the same. She speaks my language. I mentioned that, and it's just been a wonderful conversation. He said, you're set, you're good to go. Wherever you need to go, you're gonna walk in like a president of the United States. I'm like, nah, this is not happening. So I'm just in disbelief right now. I'm super happy. I mean, I fought 3 times last year. I'm gonna try to do the same at least 3 times this year. Obviously, as long as I'm healthy, as long as opportunities are in front of me, I'm going, head on forward. I'm not afraid of anybody. I don't think these guys have anything for me that I haven't seen before. I think it's going to be a good matchup with whoever they put in front of me, just because of the style of my fighting.
And in the main event tonight, Sean Strickland defeated Anthony Hernandez via TKO in the 3rd round, snapping Fluffy's 8-fight win streak. After the fight, Sean called out Khamzat Chimaev. Before the fight, Conor McGregor posted a photo of the UFC welterweight rankings. He followed up with a photo of Sean walking out. He said 24th UFC fight, 9th main event, former world champion, current number 3, stats. Who has stats? And then he said it's a no-name up next for me possibly, folks. And as you know, I don't give a f***. I accept. Send the contract, lads. Conor McGregor's deal. After Sean TKO'd Fluffy, Conor said that's what nothing but hours and hours of sparring gets you. Just show up and spar every day and voila. Overthink nothing. Who gives a f***? Sean is great. Nasruddin Imavov had a message for Sean. He wrote, my dream. Bring me the clown for the crown. Alan Joban says impressive. Aaron Bronstetter thought it was a brilliant performance from Sean. Roy Nelson says congrats Sean, great win. And Luke Thomas says Strickland's performance against Izzy might be his best, but this one is right there up with it. Derek Brunson won $53,000 on a parlay tonight.
Yeah, you see it. Let's go, baby. 11 demon. Y'all get off me. Cash out. Let's go, Sean Strickland. Woo!
I know, man. Chimaev probably gets off the bench here. I'd like a piece of that little Chechen. But you never know with him, bro. You never know that guy, but that's what I want.
Earlier this week, rumors began circulating that Alex Pereira could vacate the light heavyweight title and move up to face Serghei Spivac for the interim heavyweight title. Nothing has been confirmed, but there are also reports suggesting Khamzat Chimaev may move up to light heavyweight to face Jiri Prochazka for the vacant title at UFC 327. An Instagram post featuring a fight poster of Khamzat and Jiri has been making the rounds, and Khamzat even liked the post, further fueling speculation. And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. These comments are in reference to the Dan Hooker situation. The first one's from Glory Days 90. It says Dan Hooker versus father-in-law at the White House card. The second one's from Doom Studios. It says Dan the Bangman Hooker. And the final one's from Neo. It says, so a side chick complains about Dan cheating, with laughing crying emojis. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.